bathroom, lock the door behind me, thinking I'm going to be safe. He would kick a hole through the door and come through the door, you know. And I tried, you know, and I'm like, God, I don't want this life. When he comes home, during his lunch breaks, he comes home with the AK-47, you know, because he's in the police. And when he comes, I would jump up and make him a cup of coffee. I had to play a role of being obedient, you know, because I didn't want to end up dead.
Friday afternoon after 2 o'clock is the time that you don't want to get the phone call, okay? Because your heart starts racing, because you know that it's likely a woman that's trying to flee a situation, and she has nowhere else to go. It's a weekend, so this is now exposure to being beaten up or abused, whatever form that comes in, for more than a 24-hour period. So ladies literally end up running away. They just run.
So the majority of a woman that comes here, you know, a woman who's got almost no access to support, services, money, nothing. And they are being brought here either by the police or referred here by the health department. Some of them, because we are a walk-in center, so some of them they would simply just come here, and you know, when they arrive here, we can see that they now had to escape, they had to run away. They were waiting for the opportunity to run away. They will arrive here with nothing, only the clothes that they've got on. Sometimes they had to leave the children behind. We still then had to assist them to go and fetch the children. So when she arrives here for the first time, it's very evident. With most of the cases, there is physical evidence on the woman. You know, the scars, the bruises, the look of being hopeless. I'm lost, you know, and I'm desperate. Some of the women will arrive here saying, you know, I was about to go and kill myself, or I've been thinking of killing myself. One case is where the police brought the lady in, where they actually saved her. She was going to jump from a bridge, and the police just arrived at the right time and they saved her.
Baie vroumense, hulle sal reg abuse gaan van hulle het 'n plek om na toe te gaan nie. Hulle is bang van hulle werk miskien nie. Die man moet vir hulle support of so. Van gewoonlik word jy so abuse, dan dink jy's 'n niks, jy beteken niks meer as niemand lief vir jou nie. En jy gee hulle alles weer vir jou terug.
We have a constitution that mandates that government has a responsibility to vulnerable groups. And in our context, we take care of those vulnerable groups. And so I still cannot I still can't figure out how government thinks and gets down to these figures.
Our annual budget is just over 2 million for the year. Department of Social Development gives us less than 50% of that. We worked out that if Department of Social Development gives us about 49 rand per day per person for the bed, because they're saying they're giving per bed and not per person. But ideally we would need double that or triple that. We need to pay electricity, we need to pay the telephone bill, we need to pay the water. And I mean, the rising costs is never ending. And we also don't get a lot of food donations from shops that we can just use. So we need to buy food, and our food expenses is like almost 3,000 rand a week.
We get 51 rand and 32 cents per day from the Department of Social Development to house 21 women over a period of time, over the 3 months. And not just women, or 21 survivors of crime and violence. And from where I sit, I think that the figure should be around about probably 160, 180 rand per beneficiary per day?
So basically what happens is we don't have a model that's standardized across the country, and the costing for shelters across the country is really very poor. So some shelters get a little bit more, others get very little, some hire staff and some are not able to because they only have volunteers on a stipend. So the consequence of that is that you have differential services, and that's not fair to the women that are coming to the shelter, because our government has a legal responsibility to ensure that shelters are properly run and that services are offered to the women of this country.
Hier help hulle vir op jou voete te kom. As jy uitloop, jy kan op jou eie voete gaan staan. Met die tools wat jy gekry het om 'n werk te gaan kry daar buite en jou selfrespek wat jy weer eens teruggekry het. Ek het teruggekom as 'n cleaner. Ek doen ek maintenance en nou werk ek in die kombuis.
They help me with so much. Firstly, there are skills that you get to empower yourself. There's like this one thing, it's called healing and restoration. So that was just it for me, you know. They teach you how to deal with yourself, how to be more aware of yourself, your needs, who you are as a person, what you deserve in life and all of that stuff. So it actually teaches you mostly like morals and stuff like that, and just to get in touch with yourself and what you would like for yourself for the future, especially if you have children and so forth. Then also I would say just the moral support you get from everyone here, like the staff members, you know. It's not like, oh, how can I put this to you? It's more like they are more like family members to me, you know.
I think that the Department of Social Development really needs to re-look at its costing model, because there's quite a disjuncture between the reality of sheltering and what the department actually offers.
We've got the best legislation, but if there isn't follow through in the implementation and holding our stakeholders, those South African police officers, Justice Department, health, whoever the case may be, if they don't start holding these people accountable, we are going to see more casualties at not only centers like us, but throughout the country.
You know, this might sound silly, no? But I can lift my head now in face. I can look at you and I don't feel less of a person for what I've been through.